What you call code switching, when I was growing up, it was called acting white. And what was meant by it is, okay, so you were changing your actions, the way you did and do things, to make other people feel comfortable.
For me, what code switching means is it's a constant switch between who you might naturally be and who you need to be to thrive in a certain situation. So for myself, I work in the field of tech, if you will. So oftentimes I have to be who I am in an authentic way that makes those that are around me in my office feel comfortable, which oftentimes means that I have to kind of oscillate or switch between the Dorian that I grew up being and the Dorian that I need to be in corporate America. So that switch or that change is what code switching is to me.
Having this conversation about code switching and just really talking about how real that was, because it's like our kids pick at us. They picked up on what it is that we do, and it's like, now, Dad, when he's on the call, I hear that laugh. It's like, Dad, you don't laugh like that. Or like when I get on the call and I answer the phone, it's like, Mama, you don't sound like that. But talking with my girlfriends and talking with my kids, it's like, that's a very real thing. And it's almost like survival in the workplace. We have different personalities, and who we need to be professionally is what shows up professionally. So I start my new job at the National Black Workers Center, and on day 2, we're in a meeting, and my director goes, we were doing some brainstorming for a campaign, and she told everyone in the room, it's like, okay, I need you to bring your authentic Black self to work. I have never had anybody ask me to bring my authentic Black self to work, and I really had to pause and think. I'm like, I don't know what that is. Like, I know who my authentic Black self is with my girlfriends, at home, with my family. What's my authentic Black self at work? So it really took me on a journey to figure out what that is. I love the fact that I no longer have to do that anymore, but it made me realize just how real that was and how it was a survival technique.
I think the biggest thing with code switching for me was more about just being more secure in myself. And since I wasn't secure, especially in my abilities, more so when we're speaking about work more than anything else, it was working with other people who had Harvard degrees and all those other things. And I just didn't feel comfortable with myself. And so a lot of that just kind of came out in if I just dress myself a certain way, cut my hair a certain way, wear a certain type of shoes, and try to basically whitewash myself, then I would be much more accepted. It's not something as much that I worry about now, just because I have much more experience. I'm much more secure in myself, as I've gotten older. But every now and then it still veers its ugly head, and I just have to be aware of that.
I've had to code switch from a casual situation where I'm hanging out with my friends in professional settings, so I'm perceived in a certain light that could reward me more opportunities based off of, again, people's perception of what is, respectful, respectability, politics in terms of, what people deem as less threatening or more, other preconceived notions of what intelligence can look like. So I move through certain social situations, gauging who I'm speaking to, and what environment we're in. So the way that I would be talking with, friends or family might differ from when I'm at a job interview or, in a setting where I'm being evaluated to get certain opportunities. And that's been my experience with code switching, finding that flow of language and dialect, depending the context of the situation and environment. I would like to move towards a world where, certain dialects or conversational styles are more accepted and seen as professional and not looked down upon, so people can show up as their most authentic self.